All righty. Good morning, everyone. My name is Angel Mejia. For those of you that do not know me, I am the Director of Sales for Lush Experiences based out of rainy New York. I wish I was in Turks, but that's my colleague Karen who will take us all there. We want to thank you, of course, for taking the time this morning, this early afternoon to meet with us and hear some very refreshing updates from our very esteemed colleagues there at the Palms and the Shore Club in Turks and Caicos, one of the most long-standing members of Lush Experiences. So we're very happy to introduce you to our colleagues. Without further ado, I'll present Karen Whitt, who's the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for the Hartling Group, the owners of these two beautiful resorts. And we also have Emily Payne and Claudia Monero, who are your go-tos for all details and bookings and VIP-ing your clients. So without further ado, Karen, please take us to the warm shores of Turks and Caicos.
Thank you so much, Angela. This is really a delight for me to be here today. And especially because I'm so happy to tell you, you've probably been watching this storm, Melissa, and I am grateful that we really were not impacted at all. Fortunately, the path kind of kept going westerly. And so what was to be any impact could have been last night. And we just got literally a little sprinkle of rain, a little bit of wind, and that's it. And the sun is shining. I'm looking out my window. I wish you could see what it is today. It's beautiful. It's 85 degrees. The sun is shining. There was zero impact. The airports are open. All services are fully engaged. So it's a perfect time to book that last minute vacation. And for your clients who are asking, we've had quite a few calls and inquiries. Tell them it's all good to go. Come on down. Try and get here for the weekend for the Halloween celebration. We've got a lot of exciting stuff going on. So what I'd like to do, of course, it was already mentioned, Emily Payne is on the call. She's based in Atlanta. And we have Claudia Monero in Miami. Most of you know them. I know that these girls are on the ground and they're really favorites of everyone. So they're joining us today. And at the end of the session, we'll have time for a few questions and answers. I'm going to start out by just presenting a very quick video for you to look at. This is a little highlight, 2-minute highlight of the Palms and the Shore Club. I think you should hear the sound, but if you don't, no worries. You'll still see the beautiful photos. So let me share this video and then I'll come right back with a presentation. Oh, let me see what happened here. Something went. There. So that, just to put us in the mood for our conversation, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't really know what will. That certainly is a fantastic snapshot of the two resorts, the Palms and the Shore Club. Now, let me just come right back and take us to the PowerPoint presentation. So this is, again, just a refresher, just a snapshot. I know so many of you are familiar with our resorts. And so what you're seeing here won't be anything new, but I love to just remind everybody, especially for those who haven't been here in a while, this will kind of remind you of who we are and what everything looks like. So we are the Hartling Group in the Turks and Caicos Islands. We have been pioneers in this industry and this island since 1995. We have the Sands, the Palms, the Shore Club, and of course, the estate villas at the Shore Club. So just as a reminder, this is the island of Providenciales, and there's the three resorts. The Shore Club is on Long Bay. The Palms and the Sands are on Grace Bay, right in front of that third largest barrier reef in the world, where you see the water turning that beautiful blue color. And by the way, I actually took this photo. This is an aerial view coming back home from one of my trips, and I couldn't believe it. I looked out the window and I saw all of that, and I was like, wow, I have to capture that. So just as a quick note, not a virtuoso property, but we do have, again, our very first project in the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Sands at Grace Bay. That was Dr. Stan Hartling's first brainchild on the island back in 1995, and that has been recently renovated. So it's a great bargain. If you have budget conscious clients, please do give that some consideration. So now let's look at the Palms Resort. Again, that beautiful Grace Bay Beach, white powder sand, very family friendly resort. And as you know, Grace Bay has been multiple times over named world's best beach. This is as you come into the lobby area, it is a 72 suite resort on the island of Providenciales. Now, when I say 72 suites, all of our resorts have what we call the lockout sort of component, where it allows you to have entry level junior suites, which are fully equipped with small kitchenettes and balconies, but they actually are the second and third bedrooms. So we have 72 three-bedroom suites, which can be rented as 1, 2, and 3-bedroom options. The Palms also last fall went through quite a major renovation. We do have phase 2 coming up late spring. However, as you can see from these photos, these are post-renovation images. So everything has been refreshing. All of the sort of what I call the not so fun elements have been replaced and refreshed. All the light fixtures, the floors, everything was painted. Showers were completely rebuilt and redone. So there was a lot of work, that an $18 million renovation that went in. And then this spring we have all new furnishings coming in. So that'll be the final step in the renovation of the Palms. But you can see there how fresh everything is. Look at the floor, all sparkly. Everything was redone in the fall. And of course, we do have oceanfront options at the Palms, as well as pool view and garden view. Just to give you an idea, that's the main living area overlooking that beautiful Grace Bay Beach, an example of a terrace. And there's your bathroom and your kitchen. That's a full kitchen inside the main area. Now, resort amenities. This is what gets me so excited. For those of you who have been here before, what was affectionately known before is the plunge, restaurant, pool deck, and oceanfront space completely got demolished and reimagined. We now have 2 new dining options in that space, a swim-up bar, and something really, you see this thing in the front, I kind of call it a floppy hat. That's sort of a name we've dubbed it. That architecture is something like you've never seen before, and it is absolutely stunning. Just to give you some more ideas, we've added a fire pit. We completely reworked the swim up bar. So this front space is elegant. It is amazing. It is something like you've never seen before. The architects of this design actually do work for Disney. And so that floppy hat and the whole space was created by people that do that for, other resorts. So anyway, I'm also excited to share with you that we just recently, as in last week, won our second design award for this amazing creation. So you can see the condo buildings in the background there on the left. Those again, have been fully refreshed, but the whole front dining space, bar, and swimming pool has been reimagined. Isn't it just so gorgeous? Look at this at night. I mean, I could never get tired of looking at this image. It changed the entire landscape of the Palms, because when you're looking at it from the beach, it just gives a completely different perspective. And I can tell you this is really, really changed even the dynamic with our guests during the day. They love this space. We can hardly get them to move away even after sunset. So it's a really cool space. And of course, we have our traditional Parallel 23, one of the nicest fine dining restaurants on the entire island. Um, it is traditional. It is very special. It flanks our courtyard, and it's a sort of a magical space, if you will. You see indoor and outdoor there. And then the garden. The garden is the space where we serve complimentary breakfast every morning. So with every booking, breakfast is included, and it is a full hot American breakfast. So it is quite substantial. And then, of course, our award-winning 25,000 square foot spa. We have 17 treatment rooms. It's sort of an East meets West, if you will. We have therapies from all over the world. This spa is one of the largest in the entire Caribbean. One of the favorite for sure. It's graced just about at the cover of every A-list magazine that you can imagine, because not only is it extremely beautiful, but it's meaningful, and it's one of the highly acclaimed spas in the region. So just as a reminder again, we saw the sands of Palms. Now we're going to jump right over across to Long Bay Beach, where we have the Shore Club, Turks and Caicos. Now the Shore Club also this last fall was closed for 6 weeks. Some of you are aware. We did a refresh on that property, nowhere near as the magnitude of the Palms, because Shore Club is still fairly new. So there wasn't a lot that needed to be done, but we felt like it was a perfect time just to touch up everywhere. So we've done a lot of painting, a lot of cleaning, a lot of re-engineering, and we just reopened, and it is as fresh as the day we first opened. So this is an aerial view. On your left, you'll see the 1, 2, and 3 bedroom luxury suites. Those are the condos. And then on the right, those 6 buildings are the private estate villas, which have all oceanfront access, and they're all conveniently located right within the resort. We have 4 swimming pools. You can see all 4 of them um, from this aerial view. And you'll notice that the lobby, I'm not sure if you can see my cursor, but the lobby area is right here. So the thing that I wanted to point out is that the estate villas, while they're on the resort, they're fully gated, fully private, and they have underground access. So your guests, your villa clients have a choice. They can come into the resort and enjoy all the amenities, or not if they don't want to. Because sometimes those villa clients are a little different. A lot of people say they don't want the resort experience. However, I love to tell you that 100% of the time when we have villa clients, they end up coming out and enjoying the resort, especially the fitness center, the dining, the kids club. There's so many amenities that they think they don't want it, but once they get there, they love it. So again, we are located on Long Bay Beach, beautiful, shallow waters, turquoise blue, as you can see there. It's slightly different than Grace Bay, in that Grace Bay is a very deep water. It goes out to that barrier reef, which is a 7,000-foot drop. This side is a very gradual slope, and so the waters are quite shallow. Um, Almost like a giant swimming pool, which makes it fantastic for especially kids. This is your arrival experience into the lobby. The Shore Club was really a design marvel. You're going to see different levels of architecture. We had 3 different designers working on this project. So the experience that you have is multifaceted from the moment that you come in as you make your way through the resort. So this is a snapshot of what the accommodations look like. This is a junior suite, um, fully equipped again with stand-up shower, bathtub, and kitchenette. So they're absolutely perfect, and they do have small pull-out sofas, as you can see there on the left. This is a typical master suite with that beautiful oceanfront view. So the master suite and the living area all have access to the front balcony so that you can enjoy that water. Imagine having a sip of coffee right out there this morning. That would be so amazing. And then this again highlights in the master suites, what it looks like, the bedrooms, the bath, the beautiful sitting area, which is right adjacent to the kitchen area, which is this beautiful, amazingly well-appointed kitchens, everything that you could possibly need. Now, a lot of people always say, why would I want to have a kitchen when I'm on vacation? I'm not cooking. And that's fine, but you might want to hire a private chef. And that's a really popular thing to do. People do this all the time. They have private chefs come in and create whatever kind of experience you would like. So this is just another example. We do have 3 different layouts. It depends on if you're in the corner, the center, and in particular, this one has a study. It's a kind of a bonus room, if you will. So if you have a 3-bedroom plus a study, that sofa actually pulls out to a full-size sofa bed, and there's a small shower and bath adjacent to it. So it gives you some flexibility there, especially for large families or multi-gen families. This is a corner penthouse again, just focusing on that beautiful crystal blue water. Um, and then this is sort of our crown jewel at the Shore Club. It's a 3-bedroom executive penthouse. As you can see there, 6,239 square feet, 3 bedrooms, but it's built for entertaining. It has a massive 800 square foot front deck balcony with a barbecue grill and a massive size kitchen. So again, these spaces can be for large families. They're built for entertaining. And the penthouse floor, floor 5, the 2 penthouses flank either side of this master one. And so you could conceivably have a 9-bedroom palatial space with this center executive penthouse as your anchor. So if you have even a small group, this is amazing because we can lock off the floor, especially for your group. This is the kitchen and dining, as I was saying, quite expensive. And again, all having access to that front balcony. This is how the bathroom looks in the executive penthouse with your own personal dry sauna. Now let's just jump to the amenities at the Shore Club. We have 4 restaurants, 4 bars, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's almost too beautiful for words. These are real photos. They are not AI. They are not touched up. This is how it looks. So you have Almond Tree Restaurant on the left, Surin Fine Dining, Japanese Peruvian on the right, and the Rope Bar, Colonnade, which is also a restaurant. The Dune Spa is quite unique and quite opposite what the Palm Spa is, where Palm Spa is a lot more chic and elegant. The Dune Spa is a little more holistic and organic. It is literally situated inside the dune. They're private uh, massage cabanas, cottages, and you overlook Long Bay. So you have an option when you're getting your treatment if you want to open the curtains and have a beautiful view of the water, or of course you can have it private, but it's quite unique and quite different. And then on the right, you have our fitness center, yoga studio, business center, lap pool. And of course, at the top, the Colonnade pool, which was 2 years in a row named the most Instagrammable spot in the world by Luxury Travel Advisor. So all of our pools have private cabanas, garden cabanas, pool cabanas, and of course on the right at the top you see those beautiful swings. Kids Club is complimentary. This is what we call Jungle Jam is the space. It's indoor outdoor space. So we do have inside air conditioned with lots of games and a video component. And then on the outside we have all of the little jungle jam type activities that the kids love so much. Now we'll just jump over to the estate villas for a moment. You can see them there on the right in the foreground, 8,800 square foot. These are 6-bedroom, completely private, oceanfront setting. You see the little walkway to the beach from the villa. So everybody has their own private slice of heaven right there on Long Bay. These villas are 6-bedroom, but you can rent them as 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, all the way up to 6. And what we would do in this case is just, if you rented it as a 3, we just lock off 3 of the bedrooms, but then you still have access to the entire space. We do now have one 7-bedroom villa. That is on request. You won't find it on the GDS, but you could call us if you have a family that needs that 7th bedroom. And then, of course, Long Bay Beach and private beach areas. This is the entrance to the villas. Each has private courtyard, heated pool, and hot tub. And then, so the villa is right there in front of you. Um, this is an idea of what they look like. The media room flanks the pool. So during the day, you can open that space up. It's kind of an indoor outdoor play space, if you will. All have state of the art kitchens. And then, of course, the great room and dining room. As you make your way inside the villa, you have this amazing entryway with a spiral staircase. There is elevator access in each one of the villas, so you can access the second floor with elevator, which is great if you have someone with mobility issues, because you do have 4 bedrooms are up on the second floor. There's also access to the basement. I mentioned that you can have private entrance. If you don't want to come through the front, we simply take you down to the basement. There's parking, and you could have a private entrance on that level, and the elevator also is there. This is what a typical master bedroom. Master bedroom has a large front-facing balcony to the water. There's the bathroom and sauna. There is a dry sauna also in each one of the villas. And that's your balcony and that's your view. And the view on Long Bay is quite spectacular, I must tell you. Even though this photo looks so amazing, it really doesn't do it justice. The feeling that you have when you're looking at this turquoise blue water is just second to none. This is an idea of what the guest rooms look like. We have on the left, there's 3 bedrooms that sort of mimic that look. And then we have, I call them Jack and Jill, rooms that are a little bit smaller. They can be twin bed or king size. So if you've got a bunch of kids and they all want to have their own space, the twin beds are great, or we can just convert them to the king, either way. This is another example of the ground floor guest suite, guest house on the left, and then bathroom and sort of the courtyard area. Villa inclusions, I'll just tell you quickly. They do include private butler, housekeeping, VIP, airport transfer with a villa booking, which is quite a perk. Fast track, same day arrival and departure, champagne arrival, welcome bar, complimentary breakfast. So that's important because even though it's a villa, you still have the opportunity to enjoy the resort amenities that are included with the condos. So the breakfast is at Almond Tree Restaurant, and it is very close to the villa, literally footsteps away. Private sauna and master bath, designer bath, amenities. We do provide special kids amenities on arrival in the villas. And of course, I mentioned the private pool, heated whirlpool, um, Long Bay Beach, and we do dedicate water sports for the villas. Actually, non-motorized water sports is included for everyone. We have kayak, Hobie cats, paddle boards, and snorkeling equipment. So that's all included on the beach, regardless of where you're staying. Everybody always asks me, what is your favorite excursion in Turks and Caicos? Like what's to do? What do you do outside of the resort? So my top pick is Provo ponies on Long Bay Beach. And I tell you, this experience is something that you want to recommend to your clients. It is quite magical. The horses are retired race horses, um, traditionally thoroughbred horses, and there's some stables here that just do an amazing job with these beautiful creatures. And so they love the water. And as I mentioned before, Long Bay is so shallow, so it's easy to walk out for a mile or so. So the horses get really excited. They're very gentle. They're very well trained. You can see a stingray there in the foreground. So sometimes you get lucky and see little sea creatures, but undoubtedly this is my favorite thing to do. And the horses do ride directly in front of the shore club because the stable is only about a mile down the beach from the shore club. I just want to mention we do also own Privé, Fine Ocean Charters. These are the yacht boats plus the sport fishing boats. absolutely the nicest on the island. We do have preferential reservation for these. So if you're interested, if your clients are interested in this, and it is commissionable. So we have a Ferretti, an Azimuth, some sport fishing boats, and a catamaran. And we just got a new, another yacht added to our fleet. And these are amazing. So they're fully equipped with staff, lunch, jet skis, and diving. They can take you out diving. It's a whole experience. The Privé experience. I got to tell you, it's something really special. And of course, Turks and Caicos is a great place to do it. Coming very soon, we have the villas at Blue Mountain. These are privately owned villas built and managed by the Hartling Group. These are currently under construction. Villas at Blue Mountain is on the North Shore, right next to where the Rock House is. I'm sure you've heard of the Rock House Resort. So this will be a small villa community, 12 private estate villas, not a resort, but it's managed by us, and guests will have some access and privileges to our resorts. So that ends my formal presentation. I want to thank you. This is a real image. It is not an AI generated image. There's nothing quite more magical than a full moon over Long Bay Beach, which is coming up soon, I think November 5th. But anyway, this is on the right, you'll see our resort pool, which has the cabanas and the beach access. Of course, the beautiful Long Bay Beach, and then that stunning full moon over the beach. So that concludes my presentation. And now I would turn it over to questions. Angel, can I turn it back over to you?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful recap of that beautiful place, Karen. We really appreciate it. It's really stunning. And I can tell you I have been a witness of that full moon rising over
Okay.
Long Bay Beach, and it is stunning. Um, Claudia was very diligent in responding some questions that we had while you were presenting. So we did
Great.
answer a few questions and addressed, obviously, a paramount question of the renovations at the Palms. So everyone was able to see that and how you very well explained it. I don't see anything that has popped up yet, but we do have a couple of minutes if anyone wants to address any questions they have. We are certainly welcome that and happy to
Yeah,
answer.
what I would love to do is ask Claudia, just to recap, we have an incredible special going on at the Shore Club right now. If we could give her a minute just to say the details of that special, Claudia, could you share that for us?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. Yes, we do have a great special promotion for the Shore Club. With 3 nights minimum stay, it's for the remaining of the year, stays until December 19th, and we're offering up to 30% off on all room categories. Wow. Yes, it's an amazing opportunity. It also comes with additional resort credit. It depends, of course, the value of the resort credit depends on the category it's booked. For example, we offer a $750 resort credit if you book a 3-bedroom suite of the executive penthouse that Karen beautifully explained in the presentation. Is an absolutely added value, and these are actually combinable with virtuoso amenities or any of the other consortia amenities. So this promo actually ends tomorrow, October 31st. So if you have any last minute inquiries, this will be a great value. Also, we have the villas promotion, which is a stay for the whole 6-bedroom for the price of a 3-bedroom. That is also a great promotion, and it's good also to travel until December 19th. So if you guys have any last minute villa inquiry, this will be a great also opportunity to, take advantage of this promotion. And lastly, we also have the early 2026 30% off bookings promotion, and that runs for stays from January 3rd until December 18th next year. So take advantage as well of all those early planners that wants to come and enjoy the Shore Club or the Palms Turks and Caicos.
Wonderful. And
Oh,
on the
thank
subject
you.
of availability, we do have an inquiry, which we love, for
Mm-hmm.
festive. So our friend Anna Catherine asks for a family of four at Short Club or Palms. So we can definitely respond to you, Anna Catherine, with real-time availability as soon as we get off this call. I'll be sure to connect
So,
you.
yeah, I do want to just make a comment on that. Yes, we do have some availability, uh, and we also have a few gaps. So I'm not sure how many days they're looking for. There's a 7 night minimum over festive, but if their travel plans are a little flexible, we do have some 4 and 5 night gaps that the team can talk to you about. So probably the easiest thing is to connect you with one of our reservation specialists. Claudia can reach out straight away, and let you know what we have for festive. I also just wanted to mention, it seemed like this fall, um, we were seeing this little lull. I don't know if everybody in this call was experiencing what we were experiencing, but it seemed like there was kind of a downturn in call volume. But I got to tell you, I don't know what happened. Something in the universe is spinning in our favor because all of a sudden the phones are ringing like crazy, and we've been having more inquiries over the last 2 weeks than probably the whole fall. So I'm really excited about that, and I just want to tell you, take advantage of those early booking bonuses. And especially if you have somebody that wants a last minute getaway from now to the end of the year, that special at the Shore Club is really dynamic. So have a look at that, and just let us hear from you for festive. And I see that you said you are okay. Yes. Yeah. So we'll reach out to you for festive. I think we can probably do something for you.
Excellent. More questions? This has
Any
been a
more questions? Yeah.
shy group. Well, you
Yeah,
did an
we're very
amazing
shy.
job presenting, and it is
Thank
getting
you.
chilly, at least up here in the Northeast. So I hope that those phones continue to ring.
I think maybe that's what's doing it. The weather's turning, so people
Yeah.
are getting excited to travel. What I didn't say earlier is that I have been in the Turks and Caicos Islands for 20 years. I live on the island currently, and although I am the VP of Sales and Marketing, my background is operations. I was the general manager at the Palms for many years before Jeff Morgan, who is currently there now. I know a lot of you know Jeff. So I do have operations background, so I'm really engaged with what's going on the island, and I do also meet with the GMs regularly. We have a new general manager at the Shore Club, Chris Elliott. You'll see something. We're sending out an e-blast about Chris, and we're super excited about having him join our team. He is a veteran luxury hotelier, and he brings a lot of expertise and sort of new vibe to the Shore Club. So that's also really exciting. Um, we're very pleased about that, and can't wait for some of you to meet Chris. So any other shout out? Oh, shout out to Jeff. Yes, we will tell him, Suzanne. Thank you. We'll let Jeff know that you mentioned him. I know that a lot of you know Jeff. He's very hands-on, as you know, with his clients and with you advisors. He loves getting to know people, so he'll be happy to hear from you. Any other questions or comments that I can help anyone? Nope.
There's one more, but that's an answer.
That's it. Yeah, is an answer. So I'm going to let Angel wrap up, but before I do, on behalf of Claudia, Emily, and myself, and also Ling Riley. Ling Riley is our director of sales. She's not on the call today because she's traveling, as she usually always is. She's a trailblazer, so she's out there on the road, but we're representing today on her behalf. So on behalf of all of us, just thank you, thank you. Thanks for joining the call. Thanks for your support through the years, and don't be shy to let us know what we can do for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen.
You.
Exceptional presentation. And just as a reminder, Lush Experiences is here to support you on behalf of the Palms and the Shore Club. But as you know, you have this formidable team, Ling, Claudia, Emily, and Karen as well, all ready to pay close attention to your clients' needs and make sure they have a wonderful stay. So appreciate your presence once more.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.